What's up, and welcome to Nighttime at the Nerd Bar, episode 149.
We're at 150 next week. What happened? How did that
Yeah,
happen? How many
yes,
years?
like
A lot.
this. Yeah, wow.
Several.
Yeah,
Several. It maps
but
out
yes,
to about 3 at this point, a little over 3.
woo, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us live on this Monday evening, bringing you that Monday energy. If you're watching live, fabulous. Join us over in the live chat. If you're watching later, that is also cool. Comment down below. Let's get to some intros. Hello, I am Carrie Lane.
And I'm Katie Cullen.
And we're going to be talking anime news, Solo Leveling, which is the main reason you're probably here, as well as other recommendations for stuff you should check out. So stick around for all that with this nice little handy information bar to let you know what topic we're on.
Yes.
So let's get right into the news.
And also, if you're in the live chat, you can say things. We like to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Alrighty. There are so many things to be excited about this week. It's going to be a long news section, and we are here for it. Starting with WonderCon is at the end of the month, you guys. It's March already. WonderCon is at the end of the month. And if you've been to any of the big ones, your Comic Cons, your WonderCons, etc., you know that Funko and Loungefly always have absolutely crazy booths. Insane selection, great stuff. Our friends at Funko have been kind enough to send us a little preview of what they're going to have. And I'm going to list off a couple things, and then we're going to post the rest of them on our Blue Sky, on our Twitter, etc. But we are looking at merchandise from Funko, Loungefly, and Bitty Pop Arcade. Five Nights at Freddy's looks like is getting some Funkos. One Piece is getting some very good-looking Funkos here, honestly. Naruto is getting quite a few. And Disney is getting both the Funko Pops and the Loungefly. And the Loungefly bag they have here is Beauty and the Beast, and honestly, it's a stunner. And I'm also looking at, and it looks like a Tron. Is it a Tron? Yeah, it's a Tron Funko Mini Arcade, like classic Tron. And I'm looking at that going, if anyone's going to WonderCon and wants to like pick that one up for me, that I would put on my desk because it makes me happy. So again, Funko and Loungefly always have incredible stuff, and we are getting some excellent previews for their WonderCon lineup.
Sweet. Yeah, their booth at WonderCon's always full of cool stuff and a line. So pack your patience and get there early, and you will get some cool stuff.
And they always have really, it's like cool, it's interesting, there's exclusive
It's a fun
stuff
display.
there.
Yeah.
A few years ago, there were these Jurassic Park bags that were incredible. So there's always something that's just like, yes, that one, and that, yes, that one is different for everybody.
Yeah, so it helps. It's nice to have the variety.
Indeed.
Next up in news, we have new streaming to Crunchyroll, Trapezium. So this is from the Japanese animation studio Cloverworks, who produced Spy Family, which we all love. And we have covered on this channel. If you are new to us, go check back in our playlist. My Dress Up Darling, Bocchi the Rock, and more. So Trapezium is a new pop idol drama, and it's based on a novel. And see if there's anything else.
I believe they had a theatrical release a little while ago. We talked about it, and now it's on streaming. So if you missed the theatrical release, you can catch it on Crunchyroll.
So it is 95 minutes, and high school student Yu Azuma will do whatever it takes to become an idol. She's even sworn to stay off social media and promises not to get a boyfriend. Ready to make her dream a reality, she decides to find 3 other girls from 4 corners of her prefecture to form an idol group. That sounds so cool. Love it. So adorable. Yes, we did cover this one. So now it is streaming. So like Katie was saying, if you miss it, you can check it out on Crunchyroll.
Yep. Speaking of things on Crunchyroll, and I kind of want to read this verbatim because it's all cat puns. It's puns all the way down, and it makes me very happy. So, Mew trailer, Night of the Living Cat from executive director Takashi Miike. So, attention, this is a PSA. The end is Nyai, Nyaith. In case you missed the celebration of Cat Day in Japan this past Catter Day, February 22nd, an all-new trailer has been released that warns of the upcoming Nyandemic. From executive producer Takashi Miike, The animated post-apocalyptic comedy Night of the Living Cat will begin streaming this July only on Crunchyroll worldwide, excluding Asia. Sony Pictures Entertainment will be distributing in Asia and Japan. Please spread awareness, but help reduce panic and hysteria by staying cautious and vigilant. Don't let their cute faces and fluffy coats fool you. And it's basically about this is we talked about this a little bit a while ago, but this is a series in which a virus has spread so that if you touch a cat, you turn into a cat.
Yes, we talked about this.
Did
Yes.
talk about this. So
Way
how
back.
do you
Yeah.
survive? How do you survive a world where that is the case? Do you resist temptation or do you pet a cat one more time before you become one yourself? So that is, yes, that is going to be streaming in July. So keep an eye out for that. And I love this at the bottom. It's press note. For those of you who are not cat people, is how you call a cat, amongst other ways. And nya and nyan in Japanese are the equivalent of mew and meow in English.
So cute.
So it's this whole thing was so adorable and was written so well. Kudos to that one in particular. Like we get all sorts of press releases, we get all sorts of notifications, we get all sorts of fun stuff. So it really stands out when one of them takes a really creative bent like that. So I loved that. A+, no notes.
And I think referring to that one or something else, we got Giga Derek in the chat goes, I hate it. I love it. I hate it.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Here we go. Next bit of news from Aniplex of America is they have acquired the new TV drama series Mono, and I will be posting some of those visuals. I'm just trying to see information. There we go. It'll be, the series was serialized as originally a 4-panel comic strip, and scrolling down, it will Anime Studio Soigne. I'm like,
Soigne?
Yeah, I'm like, Soigne?
Like that seems to me that pings is French, but that's not necessarily correct.
It does. But something pretty exciting here. The team working on this title will include director Ryota Aike, who did Jujutsu Kaisen Hidden Inventory. Mondays. Am I right? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Happy Monday, everyone.
And character design by Takuya Miyahara. Yep. Who is involved with Asteroid in Love, and Yoko Yanayama, A Sign of Affection, which that one does look super cute. So for the series composition. So this is going to be a slice of life anime, explores girls' everyday life and scenes from Kufu City in Yamanashi Prefecture. I have my screen's a little further back, so I'm like, don't mind me.
You need to make the font bigger for you.
Yes. It tells the story of Cinephoto Club, a combination of high school girls from the photography club and the cinema club, and their fun weekend adventures. Oh, that sounds so cute. So this Mono, Mono, it's coming out in April so I'm like, we're almost there. So next month. So for more information, you can check out mono-weekend.com.
All right. Excellent. Yay. That sounds adorable.
Yes.
It really does. Speaking of things coming out soon, Crunchyroll has sent us a friendly reminder for their home entertainment calendar for this month. So we've announced these throughout the year, and they've taken the ones that are coming out in the month of March. There we go, and collated them for us so we can then remind you guys. So March 4th, Akira. If you don't have a physical copy of Akira, 4K UHD Steelbook and Blu-ray combo. Shangri-La Frontier Season 1 Part 1 Blu-ray, and A Certain Scientific Railgun S Season 2 Blu-ray. March 11th, Rising of Shield Hero Season 3, Unwanted Undead Adventure, the complete season. Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun Season 2. March 18th, Jujutsu Kaisen Shibuya Incident, A Sign of Affection, the complete season. Spy Family Code White, which is the movie, and Spy Family Season 2. And March 25th, The Apothecary Diaries Season 1 Part 2, One Piece Season 14 Voyage 3, which is episodes 917 to 928, and The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You Season 1. So,
You.
for those of you who that all sounds awesome, or for those of you going, my friend would really like that, and their birthday or anniversary or gift giving holiday or whatever is coming up soon, pre-order on the Crunchyroll website, have it in your hot little hands when it drops, plus shipping. I'm not going to promise that
Yes.
Crunchyroll can teleport your merchandise to you. Nobody can do that yet, but when it drops, plus shipping.
I was just looking through another piece of news because someone just mentioned it in the chat, and I was like, what is the date?
Oh, what?
Yes, at least we got Noah Lara in chat says at least we know the release date for the Japanese date, the Japanese date for the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1. I was like, yes, I did see that. Scrolling back because Aniplex posted it.
Okay, you've got the next one coming up, and I'll see if I can pull it.
Look at those dates.
Yes.
Thank you.
Multitasking. We got this.
All right, morbid and excitement. We have now this one. I'm apologize to them. I'm not exactly sure if it's anime ego or animagio. It's anime, the word anime, and then capital EIGO as one word. So they announced documentary series, The Anime Business, which I'm like, ooh, interesting. Tell me more. It is new series, features interviews with North American anime industry luminaries. Episode 1 is available on YouTube. And so it's a first of a kind documentary series featuring interviews, as we said. And anime has definitely grown from, hard to get to a multi-billion-dollar global industry. And the documentary provides insights from many notable people that played important roles in helping popularize the genre in North America at various stages of its evolution. So you can go find this video, episode 1. So awesome, it's on YouTube. That's easy to access.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and the user, just look up the channel. You can search and you just make the filter channel, and it's the anime ego, because I would say ego like movie, but anime ANIME and then EIGO, and their slash videos. So it's on their user page. Episode 2 will be coming out in March, and episode 3 will be coming out in April. So that's cool. Pretty quick turnaround. All episodes are available in English, and Japanese subtitles will be available via a special grant from Klickner Foundation. And additional episodes and interviews are in production now.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. All right. Find the date for Demon Slayer. The upcoming feature is hitting cinemas on July 18th, 2025. Boy, is that a fast turnaround time.
Expo. Yeah.
It's threading the needle between Anime Expo and San Diego Comic-Con. So what a busy month. What a busy month.
Yes.
And our last piece of news tonight, and continuing on with extremely popular shonen shows, One Piece Day Dallas, a card game celebration, will be happening on Saturday, March 8th and Sunday, March 9th. Now, to begin with, for those of you who missed it, One Piece did a collaboration with the LA Lakers this past Friday, and we got a brand new piece of One Piece animation coming out as a result of that. So, for one, go watch that. Nice. A good time. For another, if you're looking for an upcoming One Piece event, there's going to be one this coming weekend, Saturday, March 8th and Sunday, March 9th in Dallas. It will be the first ever overseas One Piece Day celebration to be held in Dallas, Texas. And it will be the world's first regional qualifier for the One Piece Card Game Championship 25 and 26. And it looks like it's a whole event. Exhibition, live stage, opening night commemorative drone show, huge One Piece exhibition. Like, guys, this sounds like a blast. So if you are in Dallas or can get to Dallas and you want to attend this, show up. Sounds fun.
All right. And I put it up for a minute earlier, but yes, you can go check us out on other social platforms of NTATNB on Twitter and Blue Sky. And don't forget to be following here on Fanversation on YouTube, and Fanversation does have social media platforms as well.
Yes. The Safe Conversation also has the Instagrams.
Yes. No, Laura says also the other anime news, Demon Slayer and MLB are collaborating together for something more info on March 6th. Ooh.
So
Well,
we might, depending on what we get sent, we might have
that could
more
be soon.
information for
We'll
you next
see.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see.
Yes. So something of we'll see how things go into solo leveling, because we get some answers, some questions, and I do want to start, which I'm like, this is interesting. So in looking up an image for the thumbnail for this, I saw an image that points out that episode 9 becomes the first of the season to get over 1,000 dislikes. And I'm like,
Okay, so when things like this come up, who posted it? Who posted that article? Is
this
always
one,
my question.
Anime News Center, but the RE, and yeah, Anime News Center. But this is if somebody looked on Crunchyroll, you can see how many likes and dislikes. So they just posted that as an image with like the text. Any person can go look on it. But I thought that was interesting because in a way, we oh, it wasn't solo living. It was emotional damage.
I found it kind of wild that we completed the emotional arc here, and there's presumably
Yes,
a lot left to go. Like,
right.
that was the driving motivation. Now what?
Yes. So I just thought that was an interesting. People can like or dislike a thing, and you're allowed to express that. But I thought that'd be interesting start of this because I was totally okay with our full on sob snot tear. This has been his entire goal, the entire season, everybody. In case you forgot, this is the whole reason he started doing this shit and risking his life doing this. Yes, he did get a power hunger chip along the way, but this was the goal, and he wasn't sure it would work. He had good inclination that it probably would, and now it worked. And with our flashback, that was a child losing his mom, and now, which I'm like, 4 years later, wait, how old are we? Because that sounds a little off.
The
But
flashback
still.
was just the burns on her neck.
Yeah,
that
that's
wasn't
true.
the
Okay, because that threw me off for a second. I was like, wait,
the
how
soap
old
opera
is he?
sleeping disease. No.
But this was probably a young guy when he lost his mom. I mean, he was still like, teenager at least. So
yeah.
Of course he's gonna be emotional. So anybody being like, I'm like, I like that it was a show having a strong male protagonist showing emotion and like ugly cry with his mom, and she's like, "Oh, hi, hun."
I mean, to be fair, at one point I did yell, "Hug your mother" at the screen.
Yeah,
like, hug your mom.
And then his sister too, just was the cherry on top of.
Oh, I am so glad that and then just like I left you home alone for a week. What did you do?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
yeah.
Like that's you know what? That's fair. Cleaning sucks. That's
oh
fair.
Yeah. Okay, I like this. And I agree. Thank you. Nor Laura again says, as an older sibling myself, you can be tough all your life. But when you get the warmth of your mother's hand, I'm done. Also seeing your younger sibling break down in front of you. So it was worth it. I'm like, yes, I thought that was really great. I'm glad that they put that in there because as you were saying, this is what the whole point of everything he was doing. And now it's like, well, what do you do now?
Yeah, like he wanted mom back.
Mm-hmm.
He got mom back. And then the question of, hey, have you seen your dad? Yeah, he was a firefighter before he became a hunter. And
helping
that's
people.
what I love about him is he's helping people. And I'm sitting here going, Dad is coming back with the force of a hurricane and an apocalypse prophecy. So, aside from that, everything's great. How's he going to get across the ocean? We don't know. We'll do the Jurassic Park thing and stow away on a ship somewhere.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
We got Morning Star Banff in the chat. Hello. Says, sorry for late popping. Just listening to my daughter's radio campus show. Nice. Well, thank you for joining
no apologies. We're happy that you're here at all.
Good.
And good on you for supporting your daughter.
Yeah.
Used to do a campus radio show myself for a couple of years when I was in college. So yeah, no, it's always nice to know someone's listening.
Yeah.
as we say to you guys live
Yeah,
chat,
thank
whom
you
we
for
love,
watching,
and
listening
viewers
to us.
afterwards, whom we also love. Like, yeah,
Yes.
no.
Live or later, we're happy to have you here.
Oh, yeah, live or later.
Yeah, I
An
thought that
hour
was
later, you can all be candy.
yeah. Oh, a couple of interesting which went back to my theory was when he completed that one dungeon, it said it's being reset. And so then I'm like, oh, so I think you're right that we're not going to see that one Demon King on the outside. But that was interesting to show that, like, oh, you've completed the level, everything's reset. Wait, reset? Does that mean they're coming back?
Are there other players? The
Mm-hmm.
system chose Jinu to be a player.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other players elsewhere? Is Dad a player? Because boy, he seems to
Mm-hmm.
be extremely strong. And I feel like there would have been a lot more upheaval if an S rank hunter went missing because they seem to be very rare.
Mm-hmm.
So, is Dad a player? Are there other players elsewhere? Are other people getting. Because he got the key. If I remember this correctly, he basically got the key from a gotcha box for leveling up. And
Yes.
that let him that let him get into this dungeon. It was a
Mm-hmm.
so are there other players? Are there other people doing the same gotcha? If so,
Mm.
does the dungeon need to be reset for them for someone else to play it through? Like,
That's a good point.
again,
Yeah.
all a video game as
Yep.
far as I'm concerned. Like, I do not think this is real.
And his teleportation ring, which is pretty nice, handy dandy in and out of a space. Did like that. What was it?
Iron bringing the wyvern over was wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, boy, you're a lot better as a disembodied spirit than you ever were as a dude, aren't you? Just like, man.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure because his naming conventions have like Tusk, Tank, Iron. I'm sitting here going, this one's going to be called Wing, isn't it? And then it gets a fancy name, and I'm like, all right, fine. Let's be real. We've all wanted to name a dragon at least once in our lives. He probably had that
Right.
one in the back pocket.
I do like our lady who still does not have character development. Does make fun of him for that though. If you're really bad with names, huh?
And I am
appreciate that.
absolutely certain she was ready to tell him she loved him before he just straight up disappeared.
Probably.
Like,
and it's one of those we were talking about before. And the way I interpreted what I saw online is we'll see more of her. But the way that ended made it feel like we might not. You know, at least in this interpretation of the show.
If the dungeon reset, seeing more of her may not mean she remembers what the heck is going on.
Yes, I wondered that too. Is she going to forget? Yep.
And like, what reason would he have to go back in the dungeon? He completed it. We're done here.
To make more of the elixir, if in case it is, so he has 6 doses. So now that kind of does answer our question of one, his mom had it, good to go. Is it a one-time fix? Is it every so often you have to retake some? And now his friend could give it to his dad. It's not like he's short on supply.
I mean, the fact that the elixir also fixed like her burns
and
the muscle loss from being in a coma for 4 years, like, dang. But the flip side of that is we know that magical fainting disease is caused by being into contact, by being susceptible to magic. And often happens to people who are already weak to magic who have a hunter at home. If Dad comes home, we have 2 S rank hunters at home. Like, if the elixir did not fix the initial problem, if it's only treating the symptoms, she's going down again. Like, that is the long and short of it. It's a temporary solution to a permanent problem. I don't know how they're going to play it. It would be very tragic if it was, well, got to get back in the game again. Oh boy.
But we'll see. Also, his sister wanted to be a doctor. Is she going to somehow get a hold of it and wanting to use it and be able to synthesize it or something and make it so that it could be a widespread?
See, and this would be my thought as well, is like, you're not part of the Hunters Association. You're not part of any guild. But if you could hand this, I mean, probably to the Hunters Association, hand one of the dosages off to them and be like, can you replicate this? Excuse me. Can you figure out how to make more of this? This would be extremely important.
Yeah. I kind of wonder that since we see his sister implied that she's grabbing for the bottle because it's that nice little jump cut that you're like,
opening,
well, I could hint at that, but it's not in the same shot. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot in the opening that's lied to us so far. So
Yes, and now
there's
yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it's good to have mom back. We still don't have dad back. And we had just the nice little conversation about, oh, cleaning. Oh, we've lived in this apartment for so long. And Ginu going, I think I crossed a line somewhere when I was a hunter. I don't know if I could go back. I'm like, all right, Batman. I mean, that's fair. That is very fair because people who have experienced combat and who have experienced trauma, I mean, trauma rewires your brain. And it can take a lot of doing to reintegrate with society. So, on the one hand, it is easy to go, all right, Batman. And on the other hand, it's like, no, that's fair. You've had to kill people in self defense, and that is not a universal experience. That will mess with your brain. And
Which
of course,
kind
he talks to literally no one about it because one, admitting a crime, and two, different culture thoughts about therapy. So yeah, and I'm not sure this is that kind of story either.
yeah.
Not every
Well,
story feels like addressing that.
yeah. But it does connect to our White Tiger Guild, and trying to recruit the other ex-retired hunter who's like, nope, that has never been my thing. And the reflection of, most hunters like this, they enjoy it. So if they don't, that is one of those, no, you should get out.
Well, and also,
and they lost our friend very violently.
Yeah, I mean, they were the three best friends that anyone could have, and then bad things happened because of ants. So I could very much imagine you are an S tier healer. You watched one of your best friends go down, and it looked like the other one also very much needed your help. You probably had more than enough blood and gore to last you a lifetime on that one singular day, and you just cannot do it anymore. And I mean, as much as we get mad that healer girlfriend has left the picture and only shows up, when we want to cut back to her, like,
yes,
I'm still mad about it just in terms of character utility and the fact that, like, I liked her, that she left. And I'm mad that she went home to her mom who nags the hell out of her, but I like her. But at the same time, she always had trouble with things. They made a point of going, she's a B rank healer and she runs C and D rank dungeons because she's not great with the pressure. So that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's fair. Like, I'm mad about this from a story direction and from an author direction. But in terms of if this was an actual human being making actual human being choices, nah, I can't be mad about that. That whole statue double dungeon thing was messed up.
Yes. And then speaking of messed up too, we get I think it gets great though that they have their public service announcement to everybody of like, hey, so we're going to do this thing again. And if you are one of these ranks, suit up because we're going to need you to help protect this area. And then the rest of you, we're probably already in contact with you and you'll be going with us. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. And learning that part of the plan is a signal to disrupt the ant hive mind. And also that they're like, yeah, if stuff doesn't work, we have also figured retreat into things. I'm like, oh, good. Yay, we learned. Yay. I appreciate the hell out of that because honestly, not everyone does that.
The way the training part ended, though, I guess I had paused at different times to like discuss the episode and everything. So when they got to the training, I did for a moment think we would see some of the fight. And it was the ant cut. Like, no!
Oh, when we got to here's our things. Let the match begin. I went, episode ends here. And it did. I was like, yep, called it.
Yes.
Heckin' called it.
I did love that, though. And it looked so fun. And, because that was the other, in looking at people's comments, people felt this episode was kind of a filler episode. I'm like, no, this is a plot. And we're moving along.
This is connective tissue. This is the culmination of our protagonist's emotional arc, which again, I'm worried about the fact that we're getting, he did his goals here, and there's so much more like show left.
Mm-hmm.
I assume there's so much more show left. I don't know how long the manhwa actually is, but I thought for sure the ants were going to be endgame, and I don't think they are. So now I don't know what's going on aside from it's a simulation. Something is up. The Great Destroyer has arrived. The end is nigh. Like that's where I am. We're waiting for Dad to come back with the prophecy or
Yeah.
whatever, which might be our end of season stinger. I would not
Hmm.
be surprised if it were.
Hmm.
But the way
Yeah.
things are, season 1 had 12 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
not counting 7.5 recap episode.
Yeah.
I have not looked at how many episodes this season has. My guess would be another 12, which means that we have 3 episodes left this season. And I don't know what they're going to do pacing wise, if
Mm-hmm.
they're going to fit ants into 2, maybe 2.5 episodes, or if we're going to do just so much prep and then do something and then start with ants, or if we're going to cliffhanger in the middle of ants. I don't know. I know it's probably called the Jeju Island arc, but guys, it's ants. It's ants. Uh, so I honestly don't know how this is going to work.
Yep.
It doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't feel like enough episodes.
Yep. Thank you,
For
Giga
me,
Derek. Yep.
my guess would be we spend half an episode sparring, having fun, doing whatever. We spend the back half of that episode prepping,
Mm-hmm.
convincing Sung to convincing Jinu to join and
Mm-hmm.
leaving,
Mm-hmm.
and then we spend 2 episodes doing ants.
Could
I
be,
don't know if they're going to
but
be long episodes. I don't know if we're going to have 13 episodes or
ooh, that'd be
14.
nice. We can have extra long episodes. We've had that before, not on this show, but I think Demon
Demon
Slayer
Slayer
did
likes
extra
to do
long.
it
Yeah.
with their, yeah, when they do the
Yep.
fun.
Uh,
Chat, would you mind looking up how many episodes this season has?
do we have confirmation on that? Yes.
Like, I think it's 12, but would you mind looking it up? That would be awesome. But
So
yeah,
I
it doesn't feel like enough episodes, but also we did gigantic demon boss fight in an episode.
true.
So who knows?
Giga Derek says, for all I know, it's 13. Yeah, but I'm
Extra
wondering if anybody's
episode.
seen any official posts. This was a very quick moment, but I do want to address it. Yeah. So, oh wait, not that. Sorry. No, Laura says it's 13. So,
Oh, excellent.
nice.
All right, I can see 3 episodes of Ants. That makes more sense
Yeah.
to me. And then potentially Dad as a stinger.
Yeah. No, Laura says, and they introduced Top Dog for America, Tomas, and they're saving him for something special. That
Oh
was
my
our
God.
All Might
All
knockoff.
Might. I'm so glad I'm not the only, like, he walked on the screen and I went,
It's
All
All
Might?
Might.
And my
It's All
roommate
Might's
goes,
cousin.
oh, dang, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
Tall Might.
Yeah, I totally felt that was an All Might knockoff vibe style. And I'm like, I love that of For Us America. I'm like, okay.
The look of it and the way they the shading of the face and whatnot, like, yeah, for one, the design is very All
Yeah.
Might, but for another, the most recent My Hero movie where we had Dark Might, those were kind of the vibes. Like, this guy's not okay.
Yes, I was not trusting him though either. I'm like, oh no.
And I mean, we haven't met him. We've just heard the gossip and
Yes,
the timing.
Yeah.
And I did appreciate them theorizing, like, well, maybe he came to warn us about pencil me in for murder. Because he did come back to Korea to cause some trouble and then got called back to the US when Dad showed up, which was very lucky timing. But also just the commentary about anyone who can outstrip a military can't go meddling in foreign affairs so easily. And it's like, well, if he's American, unfortunately, this is kind of what we do. It's a problem, but it is what we do. Yikes.
Oh, interesting. So not spoiling, but saying it. Thomas Andre, another game spoiler for me. So okay, that is interesting to give information on characters via the game that's ahead of the show.
Huh. I mean, yeah, if it's coming at different times or if it's like a gotcha game or on a different schedule, I don't know.
Well, that's interesting because like there's some Marvel games that go the other way where the game is like, hey, this character will be coming out, or they introduce a character that's going to be in a Marvel movie or show. So that's interesting. This kind of the other way of you're watching, or no, yeah, you're seeing the character ahead of what the show is. So.
Yeah.
But you'll see. The Japanese, the dissing. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, just one fear. That's all.
Oh,
we have Dark Might. We got to come up with another name for this guy. We can't just call him All Might or Dark Might. It has to be.
He could be All Might knockoff. Dollar Store All Might.
Timu All Might.
Timu All Might.
We have All Might at home. It's gonna be the hunters that work in America that have the long, unwieldy nicknames. Everyone else gets to be dad and chairman and commissioner and gotcha stuff. Oh yeah, that makes sense then that you'd get characters out of order. And then for
Oh,
our
yeah, okay, yeah.
functioning in America hunters, we have All Might at home and Pencil Me in for murder. They have names. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a team. I like the Timu All Might.
Timu All Might. Yeah.
Yep. Because it's
I
one of those.
might
It might
stick
look
with-
cool, but it's super sketch AF. You know.
I might stick with All Might at home. Like either way, it's like
Yeah.
Timu
That
All
was-
Might.
Never
Never trust anything you get from a drop shipper. And I say this as someone who will occasionally roll in and spend $30 on Wish, which is also knockoff drop shipping. It was Temu before Temu rolled up with several $1 million worth of Super Bowl ads. That said, again, sometimes you get something good, and sometimes it's just. So never trust anything you get from a drop shipper. Be prepared for what you get to not match the picture.
Yes.
And that's just life sometimes. That is the gamble that you do.
Yep.
Anyway, Team
Yes.
All Might.
The Japanese team showing up, and I love them like dissing the Korean team of like, really, this is the best they have. And the guy walking up, I don't know what you said, but your tone of voice.
It was solely the translator talking shit.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the head of the Japanese team was like, "Hey, no, I wouldn't say that. Hey, come on." And she's just sitting here going, "After watching you train, I find them all really unimpressive." Like, okay, why would you? That's so rude. And that really is just because you're speaking in a language that is not the first language of the country you're in doesn't mean people can't understand you. And let's be real, that kind of is an American thing, that we're like, speak English, that we're like this is a blunder that we commit often. So seeing it happen just as a character beat is kind of funny.
Yeah. No, Laura says the translator was like, yeah, you want to go? Come at me, bro.
I kind of wonder, I'm not sure if the
Do
translator
we know if
is
they
a
can
hunter.
fight? Yeah, I don't get any sense on that. That's a good question. But even if they're not a hunter, then maybe they might know something. That's a good question. I don't know. We have not seen it, so we don't know. I'm excited for I just love the intro of the Japanese team walking up, and I feel this is somebody has their favorites in this group of, here are cool character designs. Which one's your fave?
Oh yeah. They really went for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did enjoy that. I'm looking forward to the Hoedown Showdown Throwdown. Like, it's gonna be fun. I doubt it's gonna last longer than half an episode, but it's gonna be fun.
Do you think Genu would actually go all out fighting anybody?
No.
Yeah.
And I think that because of how he fights, I don't think he would work well in this particular scenario. If it's no powers, just punching, he doesn't measure up. Because he's very good at punching, but he's not as good at punching as someone who all of their points are in punching.
Yes.
That is just how it be.
Oh, interesting. Giga Derek says, side note on the game, it's fully dubbed and the voice cast has been 1-to-1 with the show.
Dang.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the fight, and I felt this was a really fun build-up of, okay, I like, because yes, we love watching him fight. We do. But it's nice to see some other things happen and different situations and different characters and how that's going to mess up his process. So it's like, okay.
The through line that we're having with Bake and with his powers and the whole the rumors of him transforming on the field are real. Oh, he can't go all out. He kind of turns into a monster. I'm like, and the flashback with his friends about he's wild and kind of unpredictable, and you and I are the only ones who can kind of help him out with that, well, unfortunately, you're dead and you're retired, so he's gonna do his best.
We shall see. If there's other moments you really enjoyed with the show, leave a comment and let us know what you thought about this episode. Is there anything else that we didn't get to that stood out for you, Katie? I feel that was...
Oh, I appreciate the reminder from the chat about Temu All Might. I did want to talk about him, and I completely forgot. So thank you for the reminder,
Yes,
chat.
thank
We
you.
appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, because that was one that's such a quick moment, but I was like, yes, that was a big moment. Still a fun, big
They
moment.
dropped it here for a reason.
Yes.
They put this brand new piece on the board for a reason. Same reason that Dad got introduced.
Yep.
I wonder if Temu All Might is here to hunt down Dad.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna put that. That's my guess. That's my guess.
Referring to our White Tiger leader, said he's the leader of the White Tiger Guild for a reason. Maybe, yes.
I kind of figured it was named after him.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious of like, are we talking like full tiger, like anthropomorphic tiger? Do we see
Where
this?
tiger?
Cool. Yeah,
Furry.
I want to see it.
Just bring it. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let us know your thoughts on the episode. And again, no spoilers if you have read ahead. But so far, so good. Yes. Oh, Gigadar says, I have my doubts about the survival rate of the Japanese team. I feel we're going to lose some people for sure. How many?
They're going to make us care about a handful of them.
Yes.
And it's not going to work out. And then their leader is going to sacrifice himself to get the rest out. That is my prediction. My other prediction, again, is that Jinoo is going to go on this whole excursion. He's going to go with the Korean team to go heck up the queen. And the ants are all going to turn around and be like, I want that one, though, because he's so heckin' powerful. And it's going to upend the whole strategy. That's my prediction from, I think, last week.
Yes.
I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, this too. Throwing out so many of their S ranks at this. Throwing so many of their S ranks at this problem has me concerned. Yes. Oh, goes to 10 out of the 11. Oh no.
10 of 11. I mean, they sent 10, and their 11th one stayed in Japan, right?
Yeah, I think
I thought that was it. Question mark?
Yeah, but I agree. Taking so many skilled ones, and maybe some should stay behind just in case. But I mean, we shall see.
They do need that firepower for this. I mean, this was our cold open, and we keep having flashbacks to people getting. Oh,
and this is the fourth attempt.
A fourth time.
Yeah.
So we, and I would imagine that the last time it happened is the one we saw with the getting hacked up. But this dungeon break has been going on for a while, and these monsters have been evolving. So they do need this firepower. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just going to leave it as unfortunately because there are so many things that could go wrong here. And I'm just going to make some popcorn and hope that my favorites make it out. You know? We know Jinoo's making it out. He's the protagonist. He's got plot armor. I'm hoping everyone else makes it out because I really do like our redhead rivalry. They make me happy.
Oh, yes.
And I worry about the fact that we are focusing on our tiger so much because it's like, is this death flags? Are we death flagging this right now? I don't know. One fear. Lots of fears. Ants. The fear is ants. One fear.
All right. So now we're going to talk about thinking second Suicide Squad movie. Okay.
I mean, they know that was a fun movie. Their lives in their hands.
It is a fun movie. Yes. All right. So now stuff you should check out. So these are movies, game shows, books we've checked out, which I do recommend Suicide Squad too. That was a very fun movie. But other ones I was watching, I was going to show this because I got this. Speaking of gotchas, I got this little. Aww. This is Kaiju number 8 little figure, and it's a little blurry, but it is so cute. And that's like the specialty one. And so I was so excited. I got it.
The gotcha gods smiled upon you.
They did. And if I got 2 other pins from, because the Kaiju number 8 ones were good. But one of them I was like, it's okay. So I'll give that to somebody. And then the other one, I was like, okay, I'm excited for that one. But this was up in Japantown in San Francisco. So I do recommend that if you're in the area, Japantown is very fun to explore. It's, if you've been to LA's Little Tokyo, similar idea, but it's inside, which is cool too. And they have, an entire room that was all gotcha machines. So yay, fun.
That's dangerous.
It is. It is one of those dangerous. That's why you have to peruse all of them first and make your choices very carefully. And But we did check out a movie. We saw Love Hurts, and that is a super fun action, a little sprinkle on the cheesy, but they know it's cheesy. That it was such a good time. So if you like action, comedy, and just cool visuals, Love Hurts is really good. I know it came out a little bit a while ago, so it may not be at many theaters. I think though I saw on my Roku that it might be coming to a streaming platform soon or VOD. So check out for that one. But yeah, happy to check that one out and super entertaining. Yes.
All right.
But it was nice to go in theaters. I'm like, haha.
Yeah.
And having the audience reaction, because there is a thing that happens to a character and our entire audience, collectively. And it was so funny to have everybody be like, okay, we're all on the same page.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
That is the upside of going and seeing things in theaters, is when the whole audience is into it.
Yes, absolutely. And what about you, Katie?
Say, speaking of things that have come to streaming, Sonic 3 has landed for free on Paramount Plus, so you bet your ass I put that on my eyeballs again last week. Still just as much fun, but the upside of streaming it at home with friends is that if you are the type of person who likes to commentate over a movie, like I am, you can do that without disturbing other theater goers. So there was definitely, watched it with my roommate. She's a huge fan, so, definitely some back and forth, but that is some of the fun sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that Next Level Chef is back, which is
Yes.
my favorite. I love it. And we caught up on Sakamoto Days, which
nice.
Oh my god, it's so
I'm behind.
good.
But yeah.
It's so good. It's the fact that we caught up through the one they released this weekend, and it's like it's in the middle of an arc. I need the next one. Where's the next one? It's like, it's a good anime when I'm sitting here like holding the remote going, where's the preview for the next episode? What do you mean there's no next episode? I want to see it. So yeah, Sakamoto Days is hysterical and has some very fun action choreography. A+, highly recommend. Excellent dub. Like, it's a great time.
Are you catching up on Shangri-La Frontier yet?
Not yet. It's been a little wild recently.
That's fair.
Like the
I'm
Sakamoto
almost
Days
caught
catch-up
up.
was
Yeah.
Sakamoto Days catch-up. We'd only watched like 2 episodes, so we spent 2 nights just doing small marathons catching up. The one that I'm keeping on top of that I still have to watch the new episode of, because I think that dropped yesterday, is Zenshu. So again, everyone go watch Zenshu. It's amazing. And it's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. There are a few bits where it's relevant, but honestly, we have not watched for those not familiar, Snapcube is a YouTube channel that does dubs over games. It's one of the people that runs the channel edits all of the cutscenes together along with the relevant gameplay footage, and they sit down with a group of their friends and they improvise a dub in one session. So when it falters really hard. Like, there are points where you can tell, okay, the yes and is not carrying this scene. And then there are moments of sheer, absolute brilliance. And sometimes it's someone coming in, knowing what character they're going to play, and coming in with a prepared bit. Sometimes it's just one of those things that happens perfectly. And sometimes someone tries to set something up and then the footage no-sells them in the best way possible. So again, some of them are better than others.
Okay.
The 06, for the Sonic ones, the 06 dub is very fun. The Shadow the Hedgehog dub is straight up phenomenal. And it's fully because the person playing the villain just 115% commits and has an excellent bit. Like, it's very fun. So yes, we don't usually quote the Sonic Adventure 2 Snapcube dub. The one that gets thrown around our apartment a lot is "It's me, the devil from the Bible." Like, the Shadow dub is unbelievably good. And these are all on YouTube. They're free to watch. It's a good time. They're an hour, a couple hours, depending on how much footage they have. And it's not all Sonic. They do all sorts of games. So yep. They It's a very good time, and it's
All right.
extremely quotable. There was so much art for Snapcube stuff in Artist
Hmm.
Alley last
Hmm.
Anime Expo. It was everywhere. It's pretty great,
Uh,
though.
I was gonna say you have to point out next time because I'm like, I don't think I
If
know.
if
But
we are together and we run across
okay,
a booth that
okay.
is selling it, I will be like, that is the thing. A
All
lot of
right.
the quotes are weird or vulgar or make no sense, but they're so much fun.
All right. And there we go. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Nighttime at the Nerd Bar. There we go. There's our banner. I was like, where's the banner? And if you watch live, fabulous. Watch later, also fabulous. Leave a comment down below on the different stuff we talked about. Make sure you're following here on the Fanversation YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. We have so many cool videos here on the channel, as well as check us out on Instagram and TikTok. And over on Twitter and Blue Sky, we got NTATNB.
Yeah.
And Katie, where can people find you online?
You can follow me all over social medias as well as on YouTube and Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. I am also on a horror channel called Silver Screams, where my I almost said where my YouTube and I. Oh my god. Oh my god. Happy Monday, everyone.
Monday!
Where my roommate and I do horror things. And if your consumption of horror is enriched by watching people jump out of their skin at things, our most recent video is a reaction to the Final Destination Bloodlines teaser, in which the thumbnail is my roommate doing this and me doing this. And that is 100% natural. That was not post. So yeah,
All right.
it's a fun watch, provided you can handle the sort of insanity Final Destination provides.
They just keep getting more and more wild, but I'm here for it.
Final Destination will make you afraid of literally everything in the best
Yes.
and worst way. The reason that no one who's ever seen one will drive behind a log truck on the freeway.
Yeah.
Just like, that is a danger car. We are moving.
Yep. And y'all can find me online at Carrie D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And actually, speaking of Oscars, we do have some interviews with some Oscar winners here on this channel. Go check out the Santa Barbara International Film Festival playlist. So congratulations to the winners and everybody who's nominated, and even those who weren't, because there's a lot of fun things about awards and how fair are they. But aside from that, congrats, and go check out those videos. And even on the Saturn Awards, we have some people who were nominated. So, woohoo! And there we go. Back to our banner. Just in case you just hopped in now, go check out our previous episode where we had Caitlin Glass, director of the English dub of Solo Leveling, on the show at the top of the show. So go check that out in case you missed it.
She was a delight. She was so
Yes.
much fun to talk to.
Yes, wonderful. And it was just so insightful and getting real behind the scenes. If you like the show, or if you're brand new to the show, you should check it out. So yes, thank you again, Caitlin. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. For our 150th episode.
Woo!